What's up, guys? What's up, guys? This is me, Crimson 606. Who got a little bit of a headache, so that's why I didn't want to turn on my lights, but I did want to do a video for you guys, and I actually wanted to kind of just do a video where I'm playing Elite Dangerous. Of course, I am, right? And just making sure that um, hmm, it's funny because I'm still trying to get this Facebook thing right, and it's hilarious where um shit like it's restream for some reason it's not streaming to my Facebook page, and that's kind of I want to actually fix the shit right, but you know I'm gonna be playing some Elite Dangerous soon. Let me actually just load up the game. Actually, there we go. Um, it was actually pretty fucking funny because I was just watching some videos and shit, and um, yeah, it's restream. For some reason, it's not streaming to my Facebook page, and
Oh shit.
that's kind. There we go. Um, just trying to make sure that, like, yeah, there we go. Wow, they have closed captioning working. So, yay. Woohoo. Um, I like as a guy who I mean, like, I have some success with young ladies and women and all that other good shit. Um, I strike out. I hit like doubles or triples or home runs or some shit, whatever the analogy goes. But like, I see why some of these guys kind of will fall for like the red pill bullshit, but like I kind of don't because it's just it's mind blowing almost that some of these guys are just like this, and it's just like, come on, it's got to be a better way. And by the way, if you don't know, I actually optimized my ship to be like to jump a little bit further, but the downside of that is I got rid of a big ass fuel tank, so I have to scan more. So I don't know if it's gonna take me longer to get to where I was trying to go. Let me actually, yeah. But yeah, these guys are just there's something else, like for real, and I don't get it. I don't understand like why they are so spiteful and full of rage and just like, oh, woman's place is beneath me, and like I I don't get it. So Mr. Obvious, I think he sounds like this guy that I did a video about earlier, Brandio. But yeah, this shit is just hilarious. Like, and it's hilariously sad. So anyway, hopefully that hopefully that shit is just like, I don't know. Let's get into the video.
China drops a massive red pill on single women everywhere. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on YouTube.com.
Okay, why does he have this irritating ass? And like we did a video with him earlier, but I really think that cat Brandio from that Jubilee video that was in that ugly ass yellow shirt, sweater, whatever. China drops a massive red pill. You're not Seinfeld, you motherfucker. But let's continue.
On the New York Times channel, we have a video here. Title: China doesn't like that I'm a single woman. Here's why. Op docs. So, there is a phenomena in China of leftover women because of China's one-child policy. Currently, the amount of...
Alright, cool. So, the one-child policy did take its toll on a generation of, like, people. And, quite frankly, it was a fucked up situation. It led to, more families wanting boys, and, you incentivizing boys, and it was in some places girls were being abandoned or even killed, and it was just like, it was a terrible ass policy. And yeah. So I'm sure Mr. Obvious hasn't done his research, but let's see.
Of men in the country vastly outnumber the amount of women, and women are encouraged to get married as soon as possible for their own good, because men in China simply, they want a young wife. They don't want...
What? Wait. Why is it for their own good that they gotta get married as young as possible? That sounds like some pedo stuff. But let's continue.
An older wife, and I believe this video highlights a lot of the problems with modern feminism, a lot of the lies that feminism tells girls, and a lot of the consequences that a lot of modern women, even here in the Western world, find themselves facing because they have too high standards and they wait far too long.
Now, it's okay for a man to have high standards. And you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself because, quite frankly, it seems as if, how do I put it? Like, this whole thing of women have too high of a standard, I was never one to, I guess, put fucking faith in that. And probably it's because, for one, everybody has standards. Everybody has a high standard. And what a lot of these guys don't actually realize that they're asking for a high standard for somebody to tolerate their bullshit. But let's continue.
But before we start this video, consider sharing this video with others if you find it insightful, and if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell button for notification.
Ah, yes, like, share, and subscribe. For me, not for this motherfucker. But let's continue.
Links to my social media and websites where you can support this channel can be found down below in the description. So let's begin.
你所谓的合适的人，你希望是个什么样子？
我可能要求
So, he's playing a clip where the woman says, "Why haven't you gotten somebody?" And she says, "I have high standards," which is understandable. This whole thing of you shouldn't have high standards within reason, it's not a new fucking concept. The fact is, a lot of these guys really wish that they could tell the girl's parent to marry me. I deserve it. It goes to that whole phrase of a lot of these guys want to go back to the olden days where it was, yeah, the best people were on top, and they wouldn't be the best people on top. They'll be just as much as the losers that they are now. But let's continue.
就比较高啊。
嗯
然后比如说，我觉得他应该有受过良好教育的，然后非常重要的一点是他要。
So she's asking, he needs to be well educated. He needs to be able to respect women. That's not a high standard. No matter what people actually say that that's such a high standard. No, it's not. Asking for decency and human respect is not a fucking high standard. But these motherfuckers who think they should just be able to disrespect women, oh no, that's high standard. But let's continue.
尊重女性。
So the video starts off where she says she has high standards and she wants a man who respects women. Now, she also wants a man who's as educated as her. Now,
Okay, that still doesn't sound like it's a problem. But let's let him build up that motherfucking straw man.
this brings up a very important point that brings up one of the problems with modern day feminism and one of the problems with the educated career woman. Let me show you an example.
Okay, so yeah, I'm switching this. Give me a second, guys. Just so I can make sure, so you guys can actually see it. All right, so we made it big for you. Let's continue.
Here on The Guardian, the dating gap.
Oh god, his voice is so fucking irritating. I gotta speed him up just a little bit. There we go.
Why the odds are stacked against female graduates finding a like-minded man. More women than men are graduating in many countries. In other words, women are ahead in education.
No, that's not what it means. It means that more women are graduating in many countries. This whole thing about equality is fucking oppression to these stupid motherfuckers. You know what the rate is? I think it was like, 53 to 47? Wow, women are pulling so far ahead of men. But when it was the other way around, it's okay. Get the fuck out of here.
And many of these women, many of which who are feminists, still complain that women are oppressed. But according to Date-onomics, a new book on hookup culture, there is a...
Wait, you're taking a source. You're taking the source on hookup culture and Date-onomics. Let me guess. Pickup artists. Like, literally. The whole thing, like, this sounds like it's something from a pickup artist or a failed pickup artist, hence a red pillar.
downside. There may be not enough educated men to go around. Is it time to widen the search?
Wait, so how about this? How about this? If you're so worried about so many educated young men going around, why don't we make, I don't know, state colleges for all? No, you motherfuckers don't want to actually go to fucking college or don't want to take the time and resources put into fucking learning. And if that's the case, cool. Don't try to blame these women for having these fucking standards. Let's actually make it where more people can have education. Instead of trying to guard it like it's some finite resources. Knowledge is a finite resource. No, the fuck is not. But let's continue.
I want you to think very carefully about this headline, because if you look at it from the perspective of men, what does this headline really say? Well, it's simple. Men are falling behind in education, yet women are the victims.
We all are the victims. And again, falling behind? My God, man. Like, dude. Okay, you can fix that shit. You can really fix that shit. By promoting intellectualism instead of trying to promote anti-intellectualism. That would fix it to make it where learning is cool. I sound like a fucking 80s fucking public service announcer. But make it where actually education, learning, changing that education system where it's not just rote memorization. Do that. But no, women need to go back. They need to go back to being pregnant in the house and in the kitchen. The fuck out of here.
It reminds me of that old joke, men are falling behind, women most affected. Men are dying in the streets, women most affected. You know what reminds me of that quote by Hillary Clinton? Women have always been the primary victims of war. Women lose their husbands, their fathers, their sons in combat. Well, I couldn't find the clip because it was Gestapo.
What part of this isn't fucking true? That's like saying, watch this. Another quote that I saw from somebody that's made, the Immortals. In times of peace, sons bury their fathers. In times of war, fathers bury their son. Like, I can do that too. That doesn't mean it's fucking data behind the shit. It just literally means that people were saying the shit. And yes, when men fall behind, when it's a deficit gap in education, just like it was a deficit gap in education for women, and it causes poverty in society when there's an education deficit. And why don't we just fucking make you aware people are more encouraged to go to school through social promotion and financial promotion. Like, really, like, this is something that we need to fucking do as a society, where more people are encouraged to go to school and actually take secondary learning more seriously. Even if it's a trade school, that fucking helps. But no, stupid assholes like this is gonna like, well, you want, because men are stupid, so women need to be slowed down too. How about we speed everybody up?
From the internet. I was able to find here on Snopes, a left-wing rag, that it is in fact a true statement. Here you can see, certified true.
从某些方面讲，我说话可能稍微直接，传统意义上她真的是很大的美女啊。不是，首先不是不漂亮，不是美女。第二个，年龄真的很大嘞。
年纪真的很大了
啊，对吧？
但是我觉得我的年龄很好哎。
The interviewer drops a massive and harsh statement on the Chinese lady. We're going to see what happens in the following scene, and we're going to examine exactly what's going on and some of the facts surrounding the reality. Prepare your stomachs, and perhaps introduce some red pills. So here it says, women who are still single at 27 or older are labeled leftover women.
Okay, yeah, so, cool. That's not exactly a biological thing, dog. That's just, I don't know. The fact that a lot of people in societies are fucking cruel, and they want to devalue somebody because they didn't have kids when they were supposed to. Fuck out of here.
We can pretty much say that this is women who hit their 30s. Now, there's been a lot of controversy over age. You see, feminism, and especially modern feminism, seems to be telling women, oh, you don't have to get married. You don't have to find a man. You can have an education and a career, and then when you're in your 30s, you'll magically find a man and you'll live happily ever after.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I'm going to be very honest. One, the reason why a lot of millennials and Gen Zers aren't actually getting married and having families at the pace that their previous generations of counterpart is doing is because of fucking debt. The debt that we impose upon our people that graduate college has prolonged the actual starting of a lot of families. And the fact that we have this issue where, not only college debt, but things for the job market and wages are freezing. The fact that people are buying so much shit on credit now and are looking to make sure that they get that. It is hard to find a fucking start a fucking family with that pressure being started. But no. We should just go back to, women should be in the kitchen because reasons. When motherfuckers like this have actually forgotten the reason why a lot of places needed a 2-parent income is because the fact that the wages have stagnated. But let's continue.
The lies that, you can have it all. But I want to show you some facts that might change your mind. For example,
let's evaluate his facts. For women who want kids, the sooner the better. 90% of eggs gone by 30. That's bullshit because women menstruate and go into fucking menopause later than 30. So you can still have kids past 30. Now, I don't even see where, like, he puts this up here, but it's, let's see if he's done the background research before making this claim.
Here on abcnews.go.com. For women who want kids, the sooner the better. 90% of eggs are gone by age 30. Dr. Mary Savard, a female doctor, says that women who want kids, the sooner the better. So this is a sad reality of women. Women who start to hit their 30s will have 90% of their fertile eggs gone by the time they are 30 years old.
So here's my thing. This is what I don't get. That a woman's purpose in life is not just to have kids. That's not how this works. That's not the specific reason why a woman is, here. People have their own meaning of life, and it's not just what society tells. But let's continue.
You see, men and women are different. When men produce sperm, that sperm is rather fresh, so to speak. On the other hand, women, when they are babies, contain all the eggs they will ever possess in their entire lives.
Wow, great biology lesson. I don't get it. Before I jump, I just know I'm gonna fuck up. Let's scale back, because I'm gonna have to redo that jump, but let's continue.
Eggs are kind of in a sort of hibernation, and when women have their magical time of the month, an egg is taken from hibernation.
It's not a fucking magical time of the month, you stupid motherfucker. God, motherfuckers like him are just like... Let's continue.
Woken up and prepared for launch, essentially. But here's a problem with the female production process. The longer the
wait the fucking minute. They can't be serious. Alright, let's continue.
The eggs are frozen, the higher chance they have of failing. And this is why both risk of miscarriage and risk of birth defects increases with age. Let me show you a graph. So here you see this chart, the chance for a child with Down syndrome. Here you can see.
Alright, so let's kind of look at this fucking graph. And this is one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I gotta do this video. The percentage chance when a woman is under her 30s, it's less than, it's less than 1%. The fact that this motherfucker doesn't realize that still under 40, it's less than 1%. This is a purposefully distorted graph. Purposely distorted graph. And that's all the shit is. This makes no fucking sense, the way that he's actually making this seem as if that by the time a woman hits 30, then she's used up and done. Oh, unless she's touched a man. Dude, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Let's continue.
See, after age 30, it begins to skyrocket. It remains fairly flat throughout a woman's lifetime and then begins to skyrocket in the mid-30s. In the mid-30s, it begins to blast off. Now, this is simply one defect, Down syndrome, but there are more. So here you can see this chart that says risk of fetal loss from spontaneous abortion, ectopic pregnancy, and stillbirth according to marital age at conception.
do we also see a problem with this? Like, literally, the part that he has included in this graph is 60 and 80 years old. Like, I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and the fact is, half of the pregnancies are lost to spontaneous abortions. There are fertilized eggs that a woman still passes. But he's making it seem like some big thing where it's just like, oh no, we got to get them young and we got to get them dumb and we got to get them pregnant where they don't run away from us because they burden down with kids. But let's continue.
Here you can see, it is a little bit moderate at age 15, but it goes down until age 20 where it flatlines. A woman remains in her fertile peak until her 30s, and then once she hits...
God, the way he pronounces shit is so fucking irritating. And I get it, I'm trying not to be that person, but it's just so irritating. Let me resize this window, because I know you guys can't see it. Sorry, guys. There we go. Put that up right there. Right there for you guys. Alright, cool. Let's continue.
30, it begins to climb until the risk of loss becomes astronomical. This is the reality of what we call the biological clock. Now, another lie of feminism is that, no, women don't have to have kids. They can wait. They can wait until they're 30.
Okay, so, like, again, another lie of society is that women are only put here to reproduce kids. What about the women who can't have kids? Like, I don't get it. It's just like, this shit right here is the reason why so many women actually feel that they're less than, because they don't have the kids right when these motherfuckers want them to. This shit right here. This is the reason why there are so many people that get in bad relationships or stay in bad relationships, because they feel that, well, you know, I need to have a baby. I need to make the babies. And this motherfucker will never see that situation because he's too fucking stupid to actually get in a relationship. But let's continue.
They can wait until they're old. They can wait until they built a career. And many people have believed those lies told by feminists. Do you think it works out?
But here's the thing. The only thing he's told us is that the man makes his part of the baby repeatedly. But this would be true for men as far as being able to successfully start a family. You don't want to be an old man chasing around a young kid. Like, I can use that whole thing too. But let's continue.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Here you can see, on glamourmagazine.co.uk, I spent 15,000, what is that, pounds? Euro?
Oh, but the stupidity is real with this one.
Sterling? Some sort of euro currency? I apologize, I don't know the symbol, but it said...
Then look it the fuck up. This is a clip from your fucking video, dog. I have not put this in there. That's a clip from his fucking video. But let's continue.
I spent 15,000 freezing my eggs at 36, and it completely failed. Here's how I coped with a heartbreak. Devastated doesn't begin to cover it. So here's a career woman, probably single, who thought that, well, I'm getting older, I'll just pay money, using money I earned from my career, to freeze my eggs, and then when I'm older, I can have a child. Now, this has happened more than once, and it'll surely happen again.
But there's also women who for just no reason at all can't have children. That's why we have the science behind in vitro fertilization. This is the reason why. There are women who couldn't have children that had to turn to the sciences in order to help them reproduce. And we didn't have it all the time. And now we do. And so it can help an even greater amount of women. Like, it's almost as this motherfucker is jealous of somebody else's success. And the fact that they have success, well, fuck them. Not shit. I fucking say eat the rich, but I'm not like saying like it's because of the way they treat people, not because I want to be them and I can't. Like the fuck. But let's continue.
The frozen eggs fail. As I explained earlier, the longer you freeze an egg, the worse it gets. And freezing an egg when it's already hibernating, pretty much, it's like double the risk. So,
no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Oh my God. Whether you freeze an egg when a woman is 20 or a woman is 30 or a woman is 40, that's still a frozen fucking egg. But in vitro fertilization works worse than just regular pregnancy as far as spontaneous abortions. It's just fucking nature. It's fucking biology. But this motherfucker is so fucking stupid that he doesn't fucking understand that literally what spontaneous abortions, even though he pulled up the chart, literally means in a lot of cases a woman passed the egg, a fertilized egg. But he doesn't get that because the big bad feminist is hurting his little feelings because nobody wants to touch his little pee-pee. The fuck out of here. Let's continue.
So, yeah, feminism is lying to young girls. But let's get back to the video because we have a lot more to talk about.
你是山东哪儿？
滨州吴地啊。
我县城的呀。
啊，真的吗？那我们可以到时候那个过那个放假的时候可以一起。
I mean, like, my brain just went somewhere completely else. I know it's a different word, but let's continue.
回家。
对啊，对啊。从大学开始就没想着要回去啊，因为毕竟那地儿太小了，说实话啊，发展不起来。
因为我知道山东还是比较传统啊，因为大男子主义是非常。
So the young lady actually saying it, like literally saying that the guy said he did some college was not going back, which is understandable. Yeah. Now, if you're in a culture where excellence in academics is one of the high priorities, I know it's a stereotype, but it's one of those things where it is for the most part, but in a little more rural areas, it's like the difference between the coast and the middle of the country. Certain things are universally pushed, but a lot less pushed in some areas, like here in the fucking U.S. So, let's continue. But she was talking about a lot of the particular town that Shayong, I know I mispronounced that. Literally, there are a lot of chauvinists where they think that a woman should do anything a man says, and are into the traditional family roles. Yeah, like literally, I worked hard. You're not gonna fucking sit back and tell me to bow my head. I know the culture, but you know what I mean. Just follow what I say because reasons. No, the fuck you. But let's continue.
So, red flag right here. She is in a date, and it shows the government sponsoring blind dates and events and things, and they've shown like 5 different dates that she's been on, and they all failed. And then,
no, they didn't show 5 different dates. You had an example of just one fucking date. But let's continue.
They bring up the fact that they have something in common. They both come from the same place. And she brings up male chauvinism. I'm starting to see a pattern.
Chauvinism. You fucking idiot.
Here that's very analogous to modern feminism in the West. Women who become educated, women who become successful in life, all of a sudden, they start to think that they're too good for everybody. And their standards are sky high.
That's not... God, how is that high by just requiring fucking respect? That's not high. That is literally not high. That's the same shit that you want, you ignorant motherfucker. You want to be treated with respect. Probably more than what you're fucking giving out. But you want respect. So she deserves the same thing. But let's continue.
I wish I was joking. I wish it was just an exaggeration. But this does in fact seem to be the case. Remember when I said there's an old joke? Men are falling behind, women most affected? I've got another example. Here we see on the NewYorkPost.com. Women are strapped.
I can do it too. Watch this, watch this, watch this. With great power comes great responsibility. Oh, wow. Oh, let's take it even further. Too much is given, much is required. Like, literally, any axiom or fucking, like, any other phrase can actually be used in a wide range of things. That's the reason why they are so wide-ranging. I forget the word, what it's called. But, yeah, like, let's continue.
Struggling to find men who make as much money as they do. Men are poor as shit. Women most affected.
That's not what that is saying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is not what this shit is saying. This motherfucking galaxy brain motherfucker is literally, it's that, man, I want to hand him some more motherfucking straw for that fucking straw man. It is literally, we have socialized our economy, our society, to believe that if a man is making less than a woman, he's somehow less than. Fuck that. If I had a mate that was making more money than I would, I don't give a fuck. Maybe I can pursue my passion in a way where it's not putting a strain on our fucking relationship. Maybe. Just fucking maybe. Hey, you know, we can actually, you know, do things together. But the fact that he's actually perpetuating this myth of men need to make more money than women. And instead of saying, like, hey, let's look at what we pay things for. Let's look at our system of actually compensating workers. No, women need to be taking that. Less money needs to be taken from them. How the fuck do you wrap your head around it? I know, because these motherfuckers have a lack of imagination. Get back. Bow your head, plebe. But let's continue.
Ah, yes. Because men falling behind in education, in the economy, don't you know? The real victim are women.
Okay, I'm tired of this. Let's exit that. We're gonna look at a different screen. I'm gonna get back to the game. What are the enrollment rates for college between wrong letter, men and women? Okay, 50 years ago, 50% of the college students were men. Today, 56% are women. So you're bitching about 4%. 4%. 4%. Really? 4%. 4%. When men had 8% on women, it was okay. But now that women have 4%. I'm sorry, 6%. It's a problem. I'm gonna let you sit with that shit. When men had 8%, it was a natural order of things. It wasn't a problem. But when women have 6%, Men are poor, they're losing out, and everything is happening bad. And these people complain that say that, hey, why are you saying equality means oppression to me? That's not what it is. Kind of seems like it. But, let's continue.
So in other words, women are doing better than ever, but men are failing. And somehow, that means women are victims because they can't find men who make as much money as they do.
Wait, when did somebody say men are failing? That's not what that article says, dog. That article doesn't say that men are failing. What that article says is that women are making more and they're requiring their men to make more. Now, if you have a problem with that, hey, you have a problem with capital because most people can't bargain their wages. But let's continue.
Now, I wish it was just this, but many of us well know that men and women are different. A man doesn't care if his wife or girlfriend is poorer than him, not successful as him, or younger than him. In fact, I think most men prefer young, healthy wives. But women...
Wait, no. No. No, fuck no. Okay. So, I'm going to say this. I'm going to explain some things, and it may go over people like his head, but I just feel like I need to explain it. So, whenever I'm with somebody, whenever I'm interested in somebody, whenever I'm intimate with somebody, I would rather take somebody that knows how to fucking drive than somebody that doesn't know what they're doing with the stick shift. I would want somebody that knows how to handle responsibility of being an adult and being in a situation where they know how to handle themselves than some idiot, be it older or younger than me. I would want that. Not just because somebody's young and she can make me babies. No, my life doesn't revolve around reproduction. Now, the fall practice of reproduction, that's a different story. I mean, you can go through the motions without actually, completely letting out that lotion. But you know what the fuck I mean. I wasn't put on this fucking planet with the only reason is to reproduce. As a matter of fact, I wasn't put on this planet. I just happen to exist on this motherfucking planet. And so do you. We are not some big plan design way of, you need to be able to have babies. No. If we were, it's a shit design because all we do is fucking destroy each other. But I'm off on another tangent. Let's continue.
Women are not the same. When a woman becomes educated, she will no longer accept anything beneath the same education as her. When a woman makes a lot of money, she will not accept anyone who makes less than her.
So compete. Actually do the shit. Learn. Grow. Be that person. But, of course he won't. He's a red pillar. This motherfucker would think, no, I'm a perfectly fine, decent human being. You sound like crap, and the way you act is shitty. Just by this video alone of, persecution complex and not See, these motherfuckers make me test my own sense of credulity. Yeah, I know I almost used that wrong. But I always have to believe that there are things that we can control just a little bit, but more often we're a product of our own environment, and we have to fight that, and we can actually you know, there is some responsibilities that endures with a person, but these motherfuckers, but it's more of a system that we have in place. But these motherfuckers actively say, well, I see your moral characteristics and I see your principles, but I'm gonna raise you because you're a big old mean poopy head. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, really? You're blaming these women for having such high fucking standards. But I've seen the standards of which a lot of these motherfuckers want to have for their own relationship. But let's continue.
This is a well-known fact. I'll show you an example if you don't believe me. Here on the Daily Mail, high-flying career women are refusing to marry down, despite struggling to find Mr. Right with similar earning power and intelligence.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Obvious is saying that women should just fuck chads, stupid chads that don't have anything to offer but penis. And that's the shit that kind of, like, every time I think about it, that's the shit that just pisses me off, because a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't want to get rid of the concept of Chad. They want to replace the Chad concept or idea in women's minds, so they can take that place, so they can be that asshole that always gets the girl and can play with them and actually just throw them away. They don't want to get rid of that whole concept of the alpha man. They want to be that alpha man, and then they use their own flaily nerdy passion to say, "Look, I'm better." No, you're not, motherfucker. You're not. This person is open with their shit, and you hide your bullshit. But y'all on the same bullshit. But let's continue.
I'm starting to notice a pattern of entitlement. Ah, yes. Men don't do this. Men are perfectly willing to date any woman who's young and loves him and is a good partner. Women, on the other hand, are...
Why does he keep throwing in young? Like, for real. Why does he keep throwing in young? Like, this is like a issue of hurt with this motherfucker that he's seen is too young. Like, did he have a Miss Robinson moment? But she was like, "No, I'm good, son." Like, the fuck? Like, like, really? Let's continue.
We're different, and I think it's because of evolution and biology.
No, it's literally about socialize the society that we have been in to think that women are best when you can use them use them up to make your babies. I'm sorry. We have studies. I can whip them out that a female sexual arousal starts to peak at 40 when a man goes down. So, like, I don't know. This. Let's continue.
Not always allowed to talk about differences between men and women, but these are steps.
Of course you're allowed. As a matter of fact, nobody will fucking stop you. You've been doing it this whole motherfucking video. There is very little biological difference between a man and a woman. The big difference is the social constraints that we actually press on them to say that, oh, women have to be this particular way or men have to be this particular way. And it's all fucking oppressive when you think about it. Until you get motherfuckers like me that doesn't give a fuck and who will be who they want to be. If that means presenting like a guy or, a male, then that's fine. But I would damn sure like to tell these motherfuckers your outdated sense of this is what a woman needs to be under my heel. Fuck you. But let's continue.
Studies conducted in other countries. You can't tell me that I'm wrong because I'm not the one who did the study. Women...
But you can say the study is wrong. Oh my God. This whole appealing to authority that you have no fucking idea of what the authority got their sample size or some shit like that. Like, oh my God. Like, really? Is he for real with this shit? Let's continue.
Refuse to marry down, despite the fact that men marry down all the time. There's something psychological within a lot of these career women.
I thought he just said it was biological through evolution. So he's admitting that it's psychological, something that they have been reinforced since the fact that they look like a woman. But let's continue.
That I can't marry someone who makes less money than me. I'm a queen.
That's not in this story, and if it was in this story, I'm sure you definitely don't have integrity, but you would have the integrity to show it. Now, yes, fuck. Now, I would struggle to believe, and again, we would have to dissect this study, and I don't feel like doing it right now. My eyes are already burning. But the fact that if you're a very intelligent person or somewhat intelligent person, you want to talk to somebody on that same level. I'm not saying everyone is a sapiosexual, which to an extent, like everybody is one, but on certain things. But that doesn't, like, they may not be able to find those points of connection or points of meaning or address where they can actually become more intimate with each other. And his splash page actually even said it. This is due to men's lack of degrees and high incomes, U.S. study says. So men, step up. Step the fuck up. But let's continue.
I deserve a king who makes even more money than I do. And I find it to be a very toxic, negative, and selfish mindset. You shouldn't marry just because someone makes a lot of money.
And you shouldn't marry because somebody has eggs, you have the sperm, and you need to make a baby. Like, I can do that too. You shouldn't marry because you think that she's super hot, but soon her looks would actually fade. I can do that too. Let's continue.
Marry because you actually like the person and maybe they're going to be a good partner. You can actually build a life together. And then there's also the fact that men who do make more money than them, they're not interested in older, educated career women. They don't care about education and they don't care about career. They care about a good partner, number one. And number two,
he keeps saying this good partner. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by good partner? Let's continue.
Young and healthy, because a healthy wife can bear offspring.
And my point has been made. It's all about pumping out those kids. And that's stupid. That is literally stupid. Where you only think that you get with a woman in order to pump out kids. That's some Christian shit. By the way, I've been watching the Geno's read through a Christian. I thought it stopped at 10, but this motherfucker's at 35. But let's continue.
And remember, there's a biological clock. It's a sad reality. So why would rich, successful men want to date career women? Usually they don't. They're going to find the young barista, the young bartender, the young woman, educated or not, and they're...
Actually, there's a study that comes out that says most of the people that hook up with the people they work with. So, And by the way, you're fucking wrong. Because I don't see a citation needed.
They're going to marry her instead. That's a red pill, okay? For men and for women. Now, I got more stuff to show you, but let's get back to the video.
因为我知道，然后因为我家其实也是这样子的。那你觉得，就是假如说你
So, the woman is pointing out that this is going back a few minutes ago where she's pointing out that the chauvinistic things that happen, she doesn't like it, and it's even part of her family, and it sounds as if she distanced herself from that. But let's continue.
你成家了会不会延续这样的一种模式？
我觉得，你要说，就像你说的，每个山东男生都有这种大男子主义，只是一个轻微一个多少程度的一个东西。其实我觉得我在未来的婚姻里面，可能，我还是希望我要占主导地位的。
Like, for real, he right out says it. In my marriage, I'm hoping to be dominant. That's not something you come out and admit to, dog. That's not how that works. Because it is literally saying, it's like, bitch, don't tell me what to do. To quote Mr. Popo.
主导。
对，整个家庭里边占主导力。我并不是说你比如说钻研我手机是什么，我电视什么情况，可能女生就不要过多的参考了，你只给我提出你的需求就可以了，我来决定。
Wow, he literally says, "No, I'm gonna be dominant. You can tell me what we can actually do, but I'm gonna make the fucking decisions." Wow. Yeah. Hey, chick, stay single. Just stay single. Not from that motherfucker. I don't care how desperate you are. Not that motherfucker. But let's continue.
当然了，能平等也好，但是我不希望那种女生比我强太多。
I don't want my wife to be stronger than me. That's a weak fucking person. That is literally weakness. I don't want my wife stronger than me. And the way her face turned up is like, yeah, motherfucker, you're weak. There is something to be desired. But let's continue.
很多东西你都一下子就这个女生就去做决定了。
And there you have it, folks. There's a problem here, and I think it's quite clear. The man wants...
The problem is that the guy just like out and out says, this is the first fucking day. Damn it, I usually say my titty talk. I mean, my like sucking on breast. I mean, like my like performing. We're not going to talk about that. At least to after the second date. But these motherfuckers,
to be done.
He's talking about it on the first date like this. Like, dude, come on. You're basically wanting to live in prostitute that's also on par. But let's continue.
Dominant. Okay, and this is pretty typical for most men. If you're not a beta male, if you don't drink soy, if you don't munch Impossible Whoppers, if you have testosterone, if you're red-blooded, if you enjoy fan service because, you're a man.
Wait. How did anime fan service get into this about a dominant man and a woman? Like, for real. This man says if you don't enjoy fan service, there are some fan service I enjoy. There are some fan services are shit. Like, one of the oldest fan service show that I fucking like was Tenchimoto. Like the original series, not that other bullshit that they got. That's fucking fan service. But some of the shit that they have now, it's like, dude, who fucking hurt you? All because she doesn't want to be dominated. And I'm sorry, these motherfuckers don't want to be dominated either. As a matter of fact, this motherfucker who is talking about he needs to be the head of the house with his family is literally saying, I'm too weak to handle a strong woman. Wow. When you say it out loud, it lets you know how fucked up it is. But let's continue.
And not like a little baby. If you are a man, you want to be dominant. That's how it is. That's how most men are. They want to be dominant in the relationship. Modern feminism tells women that they should be just like men, that they should be dominant. Well, newsflash, most men do not like dominant women. Unless...
Wait. I need something to keep me on my toes, so not try to dominate me, but, if she liked that shit, boy. Oh! Let's continue.
Unless they're really tall and have big thighs and muscle. That is an exception.
19万是真抽你这个事。
真臭啊！
你道理再说，你国家个法律上还是20多岁就结婚了，你都到30多了，你还到外头人一问，哎呀，我都没法说，哎。
So here's the thing: the whole argument that people should be getting married, it's the law, and all that other good shit. But here's the thing: maybe she may not like men. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. But let's continue.
搞对象还不搞了嘛？问题就是不想结婚。
就上啥？
就上啥了？你光知道。
Well, the whole thing about her not wanting a controlling, chauvinistic mate is in full display here. But let's continue.
So her entire family keeps telling her, you need to get married. The law says you should get married in your 20s. We've seen her on a lot of dates and they all failed miserably. And I'm starting to wonder, maybe someone is the problem and maybe it's not the men. But, beyond that discussion, I just got to point a few things out. I'm going to show you the rest of what I had up for you guys.
Maybe it's because it's the same type of man that she's going out on a date with. Maybe it could be that type of man, but let's continue.
There's a reason that getting married early for a woman is really, 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 really good advice. So here's a massive red pill, and it compares men and women. Here you can see.
All right, I don't have the time or patience to look at this. I want to thank everybody who's watched today. I want to thank everybody who's enjoyed my show. This is Crimson 60620. Guys, I'm sorry my motherfucking head is splitting, or else I would bow to you. Remember, share this video, like, and subscribe, or follow. And please enjoy my content. Peace.